just as a disclaimer, I posted about my knowledge as soon as I found it, and here's the date. This is when I discovered the 3 pretty much all at once. I think one of them was just like a day later or something like that, but doesn't matter. This is the date. That is when I discovered this stuff. So yeah, just so you know. Hey guys, it's Psy. This is going to just be a video on the inputs that it takes to do all of the altar portal tech. And we're going to start off with the 3 that I've discovered. 2 have no name, and then 1 has an official name. And the other 3 are ones that have already been discovered, but I'm going to go through the inputs anyways, just to keep it all in one video for you. Okay, so we're going to start with the null launch. Now, I definitely want to start this one off first, mainly because it's the one that has an official title for the 3 that I've discovered. And more importantly, this one is still under development in terms of how it works and how to get it more consistent. So the inputs I'm going to tell you are temporary. It's going to be a lot more tinkering to figure out the true best 100% way to do it. But here are the 2 most effective ways that I have found to do it. 2, maybe 3. And we'll go from there. But please, if you want to help me discover more of the mechanics of null launch and how to get it more consistent and just how it works in general, please hop over on my Discord. I'm going to make a separate channel just for that. And I'm also going to have a separate channel just for conversations about altar, like how to make her perks better. We'll have like all the discussions we want over on there. So yeah, just link in the description for my Discord. Okay, so here's the difference between the null launch and the regular. You'll notice that with the regular, I'll go up, but I can't like start lurching very well. It like just forces a lot of like, I stay in this general area and someone can just shoot me as soon as I get back to being normal. But with the null launch, I'm able to already start my slide jump and lurches and all that as soon as I get out of the portal. So it's not super flashy, but it is super useful, which is why I would definitely like your help on figuring out how to make it more consistent and how it works in general. But here we go. I'm going to go through the best ways I have found to do it. So the best way I like to do it is if I'm already moving and I'm running at it, I interact, and then when I get to the very top, like right after I leave, I then press crouch and I scroll wheel down towards the ground. That way I get optimal like downwards momentum. Okay, so there you'll see I was holding interact just so I wouldn't miss the opportunity to hit the tail as soon as possible. And then you can slow down the video if you want to see exactly when I hit crouch. Now that's one way. The other way I found to be way more consistent than most is if you're on PC, is you hit crouch ASD pretty quickly when you enter the portal, like that. You'll notice that it's just a string of inputs. Now it doesn't work on all heights, because essentially it's just really good to do it as soon as you enter on this height. So height does change a lot of what happens. For instance, that first interaction on going really high would probably be like right near the top. And then when it gets to be like really short, it really doesn't matter. You should honestly just take the port, because you're not going to be forced up that high. So those are the 2 most consistent ways. People have found a way to just crouch at a perfect time, and it worked just fine. But in my case, I feel like a little bit of movement, I feel like you can get it okay, think it is possible. But I've just found it to be more consistent for me to look down and tap strafe along with the crouch. Okay, so here's the second movement tech that I discovered, and this one I'm kind of assuming I discovered it. So if someone found this before me, please correct me in the comments down below. But I haven't heard anyone talk about it, let alone even notice this weird little quirk. So correct me if need be. And this is, again, not super flashy, but very useful, kind of like how most of her tech is. But essentially what it does is it keeps the model of your legend closer to the top for a longer period of time. So you get out of the rift and you can reconnect a lot sooner. So in layman's terms, let's say this is the length of the tail, and instead of reconnecting way down here, you actually can reconnect right here. It's a lot shorter of a distance to travel. So if someone's chasing you and you just get back up quicker, and you can just throw an aid and ditch. So it's very niche. It's not going to be used a whole lot of time, like all the time. But again, I think it's pretty cool. And we're just doing inputs, so here we go. All you have to do is hold crouch and scroll wheel jump, or mass jump as you leave. I assure you that'll be a lot quicker than just taking the normal route. This tech, I don't even know if I even want to name it myself, because it's very interesting, very weird. All I can tell you is it takes a slant and a solid wall, is what it seems to be. I can't get this effect to replicate on anything else other than this slant and this wall, but I have seen it like actually in a game somewhere from a friend. So it's possible. I just don't see any use other than how cool it is. And again, I haven't seen anybody else discuss this. And so there's not really any inputs. It's more about positioning. So the furthest, or the closest you can get to the wall on a slanted roof. And you just have to go up, and you just can't go down. Possible to go down. Just a cool little effect. Okay, so for the three that I have not discovered, and I will be starting off with the most well-known one, which is honestly the reverse of the tech I showed earlier. Because it's still, all it is crouch, and as soon as you leave the portal, you hit scroll jump. So it's the same inputs. And you don't have to fall back down, it's just what I've been doing. Yeah, there we go. Now this next one, it's the same kind of idea, but one is over ledge and one is just on the ground. So same thing, but they're so different in how it interacts with the world that I'm calling them two different ones, just for simplicity's sake. So this one is super practical, and I would use all the time, and I hope others use it more often. And all it is just a fatigue jump. So you go into fatigue and you wall jump. That's all it is. But you're basically going into fatigue before you even get to the other side. So you just crouch, you hold crouch, and you enter. And that's it. You just go towards the portal that you just made. The directional keys are just so I can stay closer to the wall. That's it. That's all it takes. Now for this one, it does take a different approach slightly. So if you're over, all you do is you slide into it, and then you jump, and you can tap strafe again. That's all it takes. Now, a cool, useful trick for this is if you're trying to trick an opponent to not coming back through the portal. Same thing, but you tap strafe towards the wall, and you just re-enter it. But if you're trying to run away, you can still do that too. So yeah, they're relatively the same idea where the portal can remember whether or not you're in fatigue or not. But that one's over a ledge, and this one is just on the ground. So there you have it. There's all the inputs for all the altar tech that I know. And if you want to see the comparison videos for both the null launch and the second tech that I showed you, just seeing like the advantages to using them in the first place, that will be in the showcase video that I have down in the link below and in the comment section. Go check that out if you want to even like understand how this works. Because if you don't play altar, then you wouldn't know the difference between null launch and the regular. Same thing with the fall. The fall is even hard to tell in general. I will have more videos about altar. Obviously gameplay, that's going to be like the premise or the majority of my videos. But I will have one about how to use her ult and like what techniques or how you should think about using her ult. And one just for her portals. So one for portal tech, one for ult tech. I'm not going to give myself a time because gosh dang, I can't give a date on practically anything I have because it's just hard to keep up with when I have no time on my own. So just look forward to that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.